Hey everyone, Crumplecorn here. I just downloaded the Revelations beta today, so I thought I'd start throwing up a few commentaries, going through it for those of you who can't play it, or for any of you who want to hear other people's thoughts on it. The video is of my very first game of Revelations, which is Wanted. I thought I'd give the new Wanted mode a go first, since there's been so much debate over whether they ruined it or not. I decided to start off by playing it as if it was Brotherhood, to see if the game forced me to play differently, which is why I'm running around on the rooftops. The problem I'm having deciding whether it's better or not is because the maps are new and the personas are new and some of the abilities are new, it's hard to tell what's different because it's actually changed and what's different just because it's unfamiliar. I don't do as well in Wanted in this as I do in Brotherhood. At least part of that is because of the new detection meter, but a lot of it is also because I can't pick out pursuers because I don't know the NPC routes as well. I can't tell the personas apart as easily, and I can't tell where someone is in the map just using the compass because I don't know the maps yet. In fact, at this point I still couldn't even tell the maps apart. I wasn't sure what map I was on. I think this is the Knight's Hospital, but I'm actually still not 100% sure because they look so similar. I like the idea of the new detection meter, even in Wanted. It suits deathmatch very well. I love deathmatch, but I'll talk more about that in a deathmatch commentary. I like it in Wanted as well. I don't know that it will actually stop roof running. I also don't know if it will maybe make roof running worse. But I do think it will change how the game is played to some degree. At the highest levels, Brotherhood always ended up being run non-stop, get an incognito kill on your target because you stayed out of line of sight, and then run some more, and you just keep running and running and running. And if you've got pursuers after you, you run, and if your target's running, you run, and if your target isn't running, you kill them quickly and then you start running again, and it just ends up poison disguise and lots of free running is the entirety of Wanted in Brotherhood. The new detection meter doesn't exactly counter that, because stealthy approaches to your target don't work that well, because people do run around, people can get contested kills, so just walking around slowly and patiently is not the new dominant strategy. But I think what it might do at the very least is remove free running as the dominant strategy, so you will no longer win a game just by running around on the rooftops constantly and getting incognito hidden kills by using disguise while you're on a rooftop. I think the fact that points are being taken away from that kind of approach, both because of the new detection meter and because there's, as of yet, I know of no variant of disguise in this game that gives you a hidden bonus, and I know of no variant of poison that has the 300 instead of the 200 points bonus. So what was the dominant strategy isn't anymore. It can still work, but I think this redistribution of points towards other strategies means that Wanted might be a more varied game mode now. It certainly is at the moment when I'm playing it. I do some running around, I try to do some stealthy stuff. Other people, some of them run around, some of them walk around. But again, a lot of that I think is because we don't know our way around the game yet. So people will roof run because they don't know how to use the abilities properly, they don't know their way around maps. People will be stealthy because they think that's how the new detection meter forces them out to play. Nobody's entirely certain what they're doing yet, so it is hard to say if there is a dominant strategy in this game as well, and if there is, whether it will be the same one. I don't see the detection meter making the game any worse though. The worst it will do is result in a game that plays exactly the same, but the total scores at the end are a bit lower because you go for discreets instead of incognitos in this game. In which case you're basically playing Brotherhood anyway, so what difference does it make? For the moment though, it's making things more interesting, and we'll just have to see how it plays out as we get more familiar with the maps and more familiar with the personas and the new abilities. Back to the farcical gameplay is taking place in front of you. As I say, I was playing it Brotherhood style, and I'm also quite out of practice, so this video basically involves lots of me running around and dying and getting shitty kills. I'm using knives and this new trip mine thing For those of you who don't know, one of the things in this game is that it gives you default sets, so even when you haven't actually unlocked any abilities yet, you have some default sets that give you some abilities, and this is one of them. I stuck with this one because I want to play with the trip mines, because you can have some fun with them, and because I am more inclined to use knives, and I think other people are more inclined to use knives in this game over Brotherhood, because you want to slow your target down, as I'm trying to do here, to get a better kill. Because of the new detection meter. So aside from the fact that you don't want people running around when you're trying to get good kills anyway, with the detection meter it's also nice to have them walking along slowly for a minute so you can let the meter build up. I don't use them to very much effect in this game, I don't think, because I was playing pretty horribly, as was everyone else judging by the scores. But they can be useful for that. So I think that's made them more popular. The other default set I think I touched on briefly in this game. It's Disguise and Firecrackers, I think. I never really used that. I kind of stuck with this ability set and then went straight back to Disguise Poison from Brotherhood. When I got to level, whatever it is, 22 or something, you need to unlock all the abilities. I went straight back to using Disguise and Poison, neither of which is as good as it is in the previous game, but they're quite good in Deathmatch and they're not bad in Wanted either, so I went back to those. There's no real point in commentating what's going on in this game because it's a pretty terrible game, so I will just talk about some general differences so far in playing this and Brotherhood.
Contract lost.
The free running seems a little flakier. He seems to miss jumps, and by he I mean any of the personas. My engineer is unfortunately not in this game, so everybody's favourite persona is absent. It could just be because I'm out of practice, or it could be that the free running is actually a little flakier. It seems to miss jumps, fall off roofs, that kind of thing a bit more than used to happen in Brotherhood. I'm not sure if that's me or the game, but whatever. There's this shitty new climbing animation that's really shit. I think it's to do with the hook blade. It's basically the animation for when Ezio is doing his, you're climbing a wall, you jump and you grab on. If take that animation, make it even shittier than it was in Brotherhood, and then apply it to all personas, and that's basically what you've got. So hopefully they'll just remove that or work on it, because it's embarrassingly bad. There's probably been a few examples of it in this video that I just have missed, so watch out for that. What else has changed? Stuns have changed. There's now contested kills, which I may have mentioned already in this video, I'm not sure, where if you mash circle as your pursuer is about to kill you, you get 100 points. They get their score reduced by an amount. I'm not certain on the details of what exactly the reduction is.
Contract lost.
But it's nice. You can kind of, if your pursuer is being obvious, even if there's nothing you can actually do about it, you can at least reduce their score. You can stun someone after they've poisoned you, which I'm sure a lot of people will be very happy about. So if you do a really obvious poison, you're going to get stunned. It doesn't seem to hurt your score though, so it's basically just a way for them to get some points and to hold you in place for your pursuer to kill you. You can stun NPCs, which is quite nice in theory, because it removes the thing of walking around mashing circle, because if you do that you'll just end up stunning NPCs everywhere. Some problems with it are the fact that your pursuer will tend to have a circle over their head if they come within a mile of you, so if they're moving slowly you're going to see them coming anyway, just like we did in Brotherhood. Another problem is that the NPCs that you stun disappear, which means you can annihilate morph groups. I'm kind of undecided on whether that's good or bad, but I suppose really being honest about it, it is bad regardless of whether I like morph or not. The stun range has been increased, which can make for some truly hilarious moments, and I've got one great shot of it. I'll see if I can dig it out of the hours of video I've recorded. I think the stun radius, if you've locked on, is actually longer than the kill radius now. So if you know who your pursuer is and you lock on and they're approaching slowly, if you're standing in a blend group and you just mash circle as they approach, you will leap out of the blend group into their face and smack them down before they have a chance to do anything. I think it's good because I haven't had instances of people stunning me when they really shouldn't have been able to, so I think it's just, again, like the contested kills, it's just punishment for obvious pursuers. It's this big push towards stealth, and as with the reverse detection meter, even if it doesn't really work, I don't think it'll do any harm, and it should at least shake things up a bit. I think that's all the major differences for now. I'll do another commentary. I'll be doing another commentary right now, in fact, probably. So I'll go into more detail on what's actually happening in the video for that one, and come back to the general comments when I've had more experience with the game, because I've only been playing it for a few hours. One final comment on the new menu system. They've redesigned it so it branches more rather than just being a big bunch of left and right menus. It goes off in various directions now, but it does mean things are kind of hidden away when you're not familiar with it. On this screen, I'm currently trying to get to the detailed score sheet. You can go left or right, you can also go L1 and R1, and each of L1 and R1 opens up a whole set of menus, like the classic menus. And you can do all this during the loading screen, which is great, and it means you can get to the different things faster, which is great. But if you don't know where the stuff is, it's difficult to find. If you want the detailed score sheet, what you want to do is hit L1 and go into the top menu item, and that is where all the details are hidden away. Another thing is that when you press circle to back out of the menus, it will sometimes ask you if you want to quit out of the session, but if you just press circle again, it will put you back in the menus. So just keep mashing circle and you'll get there eventually. That's it for now, so thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.